we can get you guys your random energies here. So we're going to have Pokemon, Shrouded, Fable. Number 2, Energy, Randomization. Uh, 10 rounds and a dice roll. And take those, straight fill them into these other energies. Oh. All right. Number 2, teamless. Get that switched up. Overhead camera. Oh, I forgot to share the links. That's my bad. Apologize. Sorry, I was so busy trying to fix the internet because it was... I'm not really sure why it was doing what it was doing, but... There's like the YouTube... We will run the baseball mixer that filled after this, and then we'll get back and run the 3rd case of ETBs. So... If anybody wants any of the sleeves that's in this, it wasn't in the first break, let me know. More than happy to send them. If not, I'm not going to send any of the supplies as we had talked about. There we go. Not really sure why the camera was tilted the way it was. I guess there's no way to... All right, there we go. Let's get Cal. Because everything is... I don't know what's going on. There's something wrong with my internet box. I need to call Verizon and have them come back out or something because... Alright, let's get rolling. Into the first one. Seamless on the right, overhead camera on the bottom left hand corner, as you guys know. Pulling the promo out. Put it to the side. Drop the sleeves on the floor. Actually, put those back in this box and just cycle them. Just throw them in the trash can. It's 9 packs per box. Good luck to everybody. Start off with metal. The Eevee, Tapu Bulu, and Peacharunt. Peacharunt, the runt of the Peachas. Starts off with metal, which is going to be Nick Larkin. How you been, Nick? Long time no see. Metal is 6, so let's go right here. Got Leaf, which is going to go to Doug, and we have Janine Secret Art, Horsey, and Tapu Bolu on the Leaf, and that's going to be Doug. Got Metal again. We're going to have Pokevital A, Dartrix, and Copper Aja. Go to Metal. We have Psychic, Duskull, Weavile, and Dusknoir on the Psychic. Yeah, but there's still something that's going on. Maybe with Face in general, something's going on with Streamlabs. So I don't know what it is. We have Darkness. We have Night Stretcher, Roulette, and Haxorus. In general, the router that Verizon gave me is dog shit, but the way it's set up, it's impossible to turn it just to a switch to put in my own router, so can't really do that either. We have Varoom, Kyurem, and Zoroark on the water. That's one of the reasons why I kind of can't wait to get to, well, what should hopefully be the new space. Fighting. We have Beware, the Spider, and Tapu Bolu. Going to Steve. Dave, I think in this one, everybody else probably builds sets too. I know Steve and his son build his sets together. Obviously, Doug is your son, and I'm assuming he's the one that has your grandson. And then I believe Nick also builds sets, if I'm not mistaken. Not too sure about Brandon. I know Mike builds his sets as well. We got Power Glass, Sneasel, and Haxorus. Haxorus on the fire. And last pack of the first ETB. It was just giving me like a 10 megabyte up and download speed on SpeedNet before when I was running last pack. We were Duskull, Zubat, and Tapu Bolu. And I paid for like a gig. Oh, then maybe Mike doesn't build sets. Maybe build a set, then just give away the bulk once you have all the bulk pieces to the set. We have Leaf, and it's going to be Varoom, Zorua, and Haxorus on the Leaf. He is local. We have Fire. Be Dusknoir, Sneasel, and Zoroark. Let's Going to Fire and Mike. You got Darkness, and it's Genesec, Slitherwing, and Cresselia on the Darkness. We have Psychic, Persian, Crobat, and Copper Aja. Lightning. We have Copper Aja and Okie Dokie Doji. One of the big boys, and Dusknoir. Good hit for Lightning and Brandon Kelly. Nice hit there. Such sick artwork. Waiting for that Star Wars guy to come here and tell me I don't know anything about Pokemon, and I can't mispronounce the Pokemon name, so I shouldn't be allowed to break it because he's the break gatekeeper of goodness. We have Lightning. We have Hypno, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, and Haxorus. That's also going to Lightning and Brandon. Have Fire, and that's going to be Houndoom, Horsey, and Zoroark. On the Fire. Close enough to Halloween. We have Psychic, Meowth, Croagunk, and Cresselia. Metal, Cresselia, Dartrix, and we have another pretty rare guy here. 06 Machinations. Going to Metal and Nick. Not a ton of hits in the first two, but bigger hits. Sorry, I'm grabbing some of the deck boxes out of the trash and putting them in. You got Darkness, the Iron Moss, Slitherwing, and Monkey Dory. EX. You got Fighting, and that's going to be Eevee, Rowlet, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. Fighting. We have Water, Janine's Secret Art, Weavile, and Dusknoir. Going to Water. Special Water Energy there. Then we're going to have Pokevital A, Tapu Bolu, and Copper. Mike, what do you do for regular work? Because I know you help at the farmer's market or something like that, right? We got Duskull, Kyurem, and Zoro Arc for fire. Because I think if I move into that space that's over by Cancun Cantina, that I'm going to have them knock down the walls and do the flooring. But I'm going to have somebody else paint and do the baseboards because I think they'll end up being too much money. We got Psychic, Colress's Tenacity, Decidueye, and Copperja. I mean, I didn't think you were a painter or anything. I was just curious if you did like handyman work or if it was... We have Dusknoir, Axu, or Tapu Bolu. Okay, so you work at the Crab Shack with Dylan too on the weekends? We have Night Stretcher, Joltik, and Haxorus. Surprised you haven't tried to steal Dylan and get him to work at BG&E. Or BGE, I guess it's not BG and E. We have Fighting. We have Varoom, Zubat, and Oki Doji. I always give him a hard time and tell him he's working at the Krabby Patty. I mean, I don't care that he works at the Crab Shack. But we have Fighting. Gonna go to Steve. Oh, you're Dylan's boss at the Crab Shack. All right. It's like, you date my daughter. Your boss at the Crab Shack. You better not piss her off. I was going to say. Then he's got to bust extra tables. Promo upside down. I cannot comment on that. And that's not how my relationships go, but I understand. His generation's a little bit different. We have Fire, we have Hondoom, Weavile, and Peachera EX. As long as they're both happy, I don't think it matters who wears the pants in the relationship. We have Lightning. We're going to have Dusknoir, Dartrix, and Dusknoir again. We're going to have Lightning. We're going to have Genesect, Weavile, and Okidoji EX. Going to Lightning again. Brandon's had back-to-back good breaks. You have Darkness, Beware, Rowlet, Zoroark. On the Darkness. Psychic, it's going to be Hondor, Kyurem, and Copper Aja on the Psychic. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of lightning hits, but we're still early on in the thing. Got Metal. And we have Furfrou, Toxicroak, and Dusknoir. We have Fire, Cassiopeia, Haxorus, and Haxorus on the Fire. Oh, and if 3 breaks was literally just because it was release day, I wouldn't try to throw up 3 breaks on a normal day. I'm going to have Water. We have Dusclops, Fezandipity on the Full Art, and Cresselia going to Water and Dave. I am probably on Sunday going to throw up another Pokemon break, though. I'm thinking I have something unique in mind. I don't know if you guys will like it or not, but I think you guys will actually like it, to be honest. It'll be the same price as this, which I think will actually probably have a little bit more value than what even this has right now. It'll still be all ETBs, but it's going to be of the half sets that came out. This Water, right? Okay. Thinking of doing, if I have, I don't know if I have them. I got to double check, but I think I have 151 ETB still. But I was going to do 4 of these, 4 Paldean Fates, 2 151s, and 2 Crown Zenith ETBs for the same price point. Which I think the Paldean Fates are a little bit lower, but the 151s are a little bit higher than what this set is, so I think that would be a pretty decent mixture of cards as well. We have Machinist, we have Earthen Vessel, and Zoroark. Because until I get a bigger space, I am going to probably try to push quite a few breaks with... this one's going to Nick Larkin. With... There was at least like 10 people that had joined in the last week and a half that like put Pokemon as breaks they would get into, but I don't think any of those people joined the breaks. Because I know you guys maybe aren't super familiar with Nick, but Nick's been in the group he was in some of the very first Pokemon breaks I did when base set came out. Have the promo. I think he just works as like a cook, so if he's not like, maybe not as a cook, I think he works in restaurant industries, so he's a bartender, so if he's sometimes not awake whenever I post the breaks. We have fighting, and then he misses it by the time he wakes up. We have Dangerous Laser, Haxorus, and Copper Aja. We have Water Beware Sneasel and Cresselia on the water. We got Darkness, Power Glass. Oh man, the art's so good. Zorua and Tapu Bolu. Like, this card just looks so crisp. Like, it's almost like a... I guess it's not drawn on, and I know some guys don't like this art look. Like, I like this art look, and I know a lot of guys are against, like, the CGI, computerized look, but I like this look. I know some people don't. They want the hand-drawn look to it, but I really like art that looks like that when it comes to the cards, but I know there's people that are against that art style. They want more of that like hand-drawn, hand-painted looking art. Compared to the digital. Like, they want more what looks like a Pheasantipity rather than the Zorua. That makes sense. We have Psychic. It's going to be Houndour, Inkay, and Dusknoir. Fire, Persian, Axu, Tapu Bolu. Lightning. I have Cassiopeia, Seadra, and Monkey Dory EX. On the Lightning. We have Leaf, Duxclops, Malamar, and Copper Aja on the Leaf. We have Fire, Snuffle, Croagunk, and Tapu Bolu. Psychic, Academy and Night, Fracture, and Haxorus on the Psychic. guess Pete Crow Armstrong hit inside the Parker and ran around the bases in around 14 seconds, dude. That's flying. I mean, I know he's a fast runner. Another promo. Dylan, you gotta call out from the Krabby Patty tomorrow. I need you to come and sort cards. Start coughing through the mic so Mike knows you're sick. We have Darkness. I have Dangerous Laser. The Spider and Haxorus. We have Psychic, Houndoom, Sneasel, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. We have Metal Power Glass. I can't even say her name now. We have Cresselia on the metal. We have Leaf, Drowsy, Joltik, Pheasantipity EX. On the Leaf. We have Water, Binding Mochi, Crobat, and Tapu Bolu on the Water. We got Rico Suave, baby. Or is it Rico? Please tell me there's a guy named Rico. Meowth with like a mullet and a dirty stash. We have Blood Moon, Ursaluna, and Copper Aja. Another Lightning. And that's going to be Copper, Ja, Horsey, and Cassiopeia on the full art. Brandon's had himself a nice little break here. We have Metal. We have Dusclops, Tapu Bolu on the full art, and Tapu Bolu on the bases. Motherfucker like a bird? Like, I'm trying really hard to try to figure out. It looks like a bird, right? I mean, obviously it's a grass type Pokemon, but bro, it says the Pokemon pulls up large trees from the ground and throws them around. And it causes the vegetation to grow. I'm so confused. Sorry, we've seen this card over and over again as the final shiny in the packs, but Have to get a little deep in there to see. I don't even know what energy is. This is metal. Going to Nick. Psychic, and then we have Machine Nations, NK, and Haxorus. Dylan, Ronnie's going to deal with some angry Whatnot guys tomorrow because there is zero chance of me going live on Whatnot later to try to fill the last 17s that break. At least not at a decent hour. I'm really not trying to drive to Salisbury at 3 in the morning either. Like, I'll see when I'm done, and I might throw up a show and hop on there for like an hour to see if anybody wants to just YOLO the hell out of it. Maybe get like a drunk guy at 2 a.m., but it is what it is. Should have filled it earlier. We have water for room Toxicroak. We have Tapu Balu. Lightning. We have Colress, Tenacity, Zorua, and Monkey Dory EX. Monkey Dory EX needs top loader. What am I doing? Going to Brandon. Looks like Brandon and Nick don't want to share any hits with anybody. We have Fire, Dusknor, Spider, Blood Moon, Ursaluna. Going to Fire. I mean, it's higher than any. We have Fighting. We have Genesect, Seadra, and Tapu Bolu. I think long term, it'll be better. I think I almost need to just come in with even higher prices and just take deals. Like, I wonder if that's like how you do it on Whatnot. But yeah, probably going to have next week, because I ordered more Topps Chrome, Hobby, and Jumbos. 3 more cases each from Fanatics today. We have Psychic. We have Beware, Golbat, and then we have 06 Machinations. I'm thinking that maybe we'll do some single box of like Hobby or 2 box of Hobby and just do $1 auction. Pick your team to start, because they said they promote the show if I do it that way. So we can try that one day. Try like a half case of it, and if I don't think there's any way for me to lose a ton of money on it, because really the teams would have to go for like $15 a piece to break even roughly. Because I'm going to ask him if he can start doing or knock off the commission as well down to 0 or what. I think they said they give me 0 for 30 days and go that route for a little bit. Hondor. We have Beware on the sick art and Copper Aja. This is going to Nick as well on the Beware, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is just getting the followers up as quickly as possible. I mean, 51 followers in 2 days of streaming it seems like it's a pretty good number, I would assume. If you can gain about 25 people a day, that means by I mean, obviously you're not going to gain 25 every day, but if you can keep those numbers up roughly, you're going to have about 2,500 people in like 3 months, or 2,000 people in 3 months. It should be more than enough to start running cases. because I did look, when Will does run like full cases, he does fill them pretty quickly with the 6,000 people he has following. We have Metal, but that's the only time he's really filling stuff quickly. Kyurem is Furfrou, Haxorus, and Reveroom. But in reality, I need to get to the other space quickly too, because I think there's going to be some days where it's just I'll have to do Loupe at night separate just to keep them happy. We have Reveroom on the Metal. That's going to go to Nick. Because long term, I think if want to grow at like an actual pace, which I'll come in pulling half the case, no refunds. No, just if you bought in for a full case, you just got to take an L. We have Water. We have Cassiopeia, Sneasel, and Haxorus. If I can get over there by lunchtime on Monday, Dylan, I'm going to have you take this call with me, or at least sit in on it when I talk to this guy about picking up another collectible card game that's coming out called First Wonders of the First, I think is what it's called. Fire. The art on it's, dude, fucking phenomenal. We're going to have Fracture. Oh, we got the other big dog. One of the big four right here going to Fire. And Mike. This is why he stays around. Got to keep him happy. We got Peacherunt on the special illustration. Nice hit there. Oh man, these guys. Look at that thing. Another promo. But Dylan, what I was saying by doing that way you can kind of see how it works on the back end a little bit more. I showed you a little bit of it last week. I also have to do meet with Tyler this week and do his 6-month employee review. We have Night Stretcher, Kyurem, and Copper Aja. On the Lightning, going to Brandon Kelly. Good old T-Sizzle. We have Leaf, Meowth, Weavile, and Peacherunt. With Tyler? Yeah, actually. Might be hiring my Pokemon boy. No, you didn't do a 6-month review. I mean, kind of. Not really. All of y'all are afraid to talk to me if I don't get you guys like one-on-one. Or in general, like I think you guys are afraid that I'm going to cuss you guys out or be extra mad at you. I know I'm big and intimidating, and I know I come off like a dickhead sometimes. I just lick windows every once in a while. I don't know what to tell you. The Cassiopeia, Joltik, and Cresselia. The only time I've been truly irritated was this past week, and all three of you know why. Other than that, I'm not really. Mistakes happen. You guys are young. I'll just say Fire. I also understand, which I don't know, Dusclops, Vettel, and Haxorus, is that it's not your guys' first job, but it's definitely one of your guys' first jobs because like I know during high school and like what would it be like your first year out of high school, like you guys all were dealing with COVID, so I don't think any of you guys really work like a high school job, right? So was that 5 years ago? We have Fire. We have Yvettle, Machinix, Fracture, and Janine's Secret Art. I mean, in general, at some point in time, I know that the one guy that dropped off all the I mean, he's been in twice, right? The one guy that dropped off all the Pokemon sent me a text message saying if I need any help, he'd be interested in working part-time. All right, Rodney, that's cool. Let's see, we have Kufan, Horsey, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. I meant in general of like, I'm not talking about. He dropped off like the whole thing and then told me to text him. He dropped off a whole deck box of cards and said he wants to trade them in for sports cards. Oh, trust me, I've heard, Dylan. Chris tells me everything. I was gonna say we have Metal. I say we have Beware, Absol. Remember, she's good friends with your sister, and your sister and women gossip. So anything you don't want, anything you tell your sister gets passed on and then comes to me. I didn't say nothing. And if you ever rat me out that I said something about this on this stream, I swear to God, I will shove you in a trash can. But, man, this man's just going all the way in. It's like, this man dates my daughter. I can say whatever I want. Yeah. And he can't do anything about it. You got to respect me when he comes to Thanksgiving. We have Lightning. We have Power Glass, Toxicroak, and Haxorus. Because whenever I hired you, that was pretty much what Chris told me, was that you or Tyler never had like a grown person job, I guess. I don't know if I would consider this necessarily a grown person job, though. I mean, you play with baseball cards all day. I would say it's more diabolical than wild. Isn't that what the young kids say nowadays? I'll give you the backyard break special. You have Hondor, Crobat, and Feds and Dippity EX. Bro, I've seen the people that work at Gold's Gym. You probably were employee. We probably employee of the month. We have Leaf. He said them playing with yourself for nothing. Full thing. Another one of those. We have the sleeves. Dave's like, what did I walk into? I'm just trying to watch my Pokemon break. We're going to have, I mean, he has a hand fetish. We're going to have Fighting, Malamar, Dusknoir, Rowlet, and Tapu Balu. Yo, someone asked me the other day when I got tattoos. Like, So they didn't double check and see who was. It was like, I mean, it was a while ago, but we have Fire, Chorus's Tenacity, Kyurem, and Fezandipity EX. I mean, if we're going to do Employee of the Month, I don't want to have to put myself up on the wall every month. That's why we don't have Employee of the Month. Straight up Michael Scott that ass. We got Fire. Going to Michael. Fezandipity. We have Fire. We have Eevee, Toxicroak, and Haxorus. We got Water, and that's going to be Haxorus, Dusknoir, and Copper Aja. Going to Water. On the Dusknoir, and that's going to go to David. But I was going to say, Darkness and Fire have had a tough time in this break in general. So is Leaf. Speaking of Leaf, we have Genesect, Slitherwing, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. I was just talking about how I was going to do 4 of these ETBs, 4 of the Paldean Fates. We have Water, 2 151, and 2 Crown Zenith. Stuffle, Spider-Man, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. Yeah, I am a little worried, though, we start getting some Marvel and Harry Potter in here, that Ty's just going to take the shipment and be like, hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice. I don't actually think that. I don't actually think that. Completely joking, but I didn't realize he was so into Harry Potter. I really thought when Rodney told me that the other night that he was joking, and then today, like, Ty was like, nah, dude, that's my... About to play some Quidditch, dog. Yeah, okay. We have Darkness, Power Glass, Sneasel, and Cresselia. I'll have to order an extra case just for Ty to... just for Ty to open. We'll get him to demo. We'll get him to demo Harry Potter break. We'll get him to make YouTube videos. We'll get him on camera talking about the Harry Potter cards. And about the Hermione's, like, his favorite card or something. Metal, Drowsy, Vital. And Tapu Bolu on the metal. By the way, the baseball mixer that filled to pick your team that y'all dragged ass on will break after this. We have Fighting, Binding Mochi, Joltik, and Fezandipity EX on the Fighting. I don't know when that stuff's going to come out. I literally ordered 5 cases of that other stuff to make sure that I got some allocation on when the good shit comes. I was like, yo, like, how many cases I got to order to get some, like, allocation, like, decent allocation? And he was like, well, if you order 5 cases, you'll get a bundle. We're going to be swimming in A.J. Dillon garbage, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. I want to know how personals do on whatnot, man, because on Loupe, them shits suck. Another promo, some sleeves. I've been looking for government remote jobs. Then I'll really come in and manage you guys and teach you guys how to work. You guys all want to quit within a month. You guys scrubbing the floor and spraying cans of Lysol behind Pokemon guys. We have Houndoom, Cresselia on the full art, and Cresselia again. Let's go into Leaf and Doug. I've actually been looking at remote positions. We have Leaf. We have Furfro, Kyurem, and Haxorus. Maybe when we get the new shop too, I'll go back to advertising at the Honeybee Diner. Are the Orioles in town? Are the Orioles in town next week? We have Metal, Power Glass, Weavile, and Kingdra EX on the Metal. Going to Nick Larkin. Why are they playing so many National League teams? We have Lightning, Beware, Joltik, and Dusknoir. I have the memorabilia account, dude. I went to go order 5 cases of mini helmets, and the guy told me they were sold out like a day later. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little fucking salty. I was like, oh, alright. Like, it hasn't even been 24 hours. He's like, yeah, man, those are like the hottest products we carry. I was like, alright. I mean, I have the memorabilia account. I just haven't bought anything because where am I hanging up an Ovechkin jersey at? We have Metal. I mean, I'm going to burn that shit if it's in my store. We have Binding Mochi, Yavato, and only Penguin stuff allowed. Tapu, Bulu. Tell you one thing, there will be 0 flyer shit in the store. Anybody comes in with flyer shit, you can tell them to go kick rocks. No, I know what you're talking about. We have Leaf, Drowsy, Fracture, Cresselia. You mean Temu Solani? I was going to say, because it sure the fuck wasn't Ovechkin. Greatest volume shooter of all time. That's like trying to say... We have Water, Qfant, Horsey, Haxorus. Going to the Water. We're going to have Fighting, Absol, and Dusknoir. We'll let him hang up an Ovechkin jersey in the sorting room. We'll put up a broom for Tyler next to the Ovechkin jersey. Find a Daniel Ratcliffe signed broom for Tyler. We're gonna have Leaf, Copper. I can't even make fun of him because Harry Potter is like actually a really good like story and like with Toxicroak and Peacharunt on the Leaf. I think they have a TCG that's Harry Potter based too. I'd have to go look it up. The space that I marked on that floor plan. By the way, that is the break, guys. Let me do a quick recap of the hits. We have Peacherot, Kingdra EX, Pheasantipity EX, Pheasantipity again, and it's the hat trick, Pheasantipity. I'll just say we have Janine, Secret Art, Reverroom EX, Monkey Dory EX, Pheasantipity EX, Monkey Dory EX. I'll just say that room that I did mark as like a play area for TCG, I'd actually turn it into more like a lounge as well somehow. Be able to watch football and stuff in there. Especially if we're thinking about being open on Sundays at all. That way people can come in and watch the Ravens get mollywopped by the Steelers. Just watch the Patriots lose 13 games this year too. Yeah. Peacherut EX, Dustnor, Tapu Bulu. I mean, technically 3 because I'll probably have my office set up to where I can break out of it too, but we'll see. Okidoji EX. There'll probably be more storage than anything else. We have Machinations, Peacherut EX, Peacherut EX. We have Okidoji. We're going to have Cassiopeia on the full art, Monkey Dory EX. Peacherut EX on the special illustration rare. We have Beware full art. Zorua full art. Earthen Vessel on the gold. We have Machinations. Okidoji EX special illustration. Pheasantipity full art. And Cresselia full art. That's going to be the break. Let's run those random. Let's run that random to see who gets the extra promos. Oh, that's what I forgot to highlight. Let me do. I'll do that after this. Forgot to highlight the guys that get extra promos. In the first one, it was. I didn't do it because it was Dave. Dave hogged both promos. Possibly. I wouldn't say anybody necessarily has like an office. Because that's probably just going to be like the Whatnot streaming room, and the other room will be the one for Loupe in the Facebook group, if I'm being honest. But I don't know if it'll be something that I'll have you go on Whatnot every day if I hire more people to help. Like if I hire other breakers to help, I don't know if it'll be if you'll be on Whatnot every single day. Really kind of just depends, because I looked at other groups and it seems like they rotate their breakers between different apps. When I was watching guys like We The Hobby or Filth Bomb. No, I mean the break room is not even an office. It's a storage in it's storage and whatever else. And for sorting and grading. Might even be able to run breaks back to back if there's enough of a sound wall. Because if we start to carry memorabilia, probably one of those rooms might just end up being storage, to be honest. Memorabilia takes up a fuck ton of space. I don't think you guys realize how much space like helmets and stuff take up. Like full size helmets are huge. But maybe we'll just have a bunch of random space to do. I don't know, put in some treadmills for you guys. Hold on, I forgot to switch over the camera. Planet Fitness, we'll just have a workout room. What is this called? Shrouded Fable number 2. I mean, I was semi-serious. I will go to Planet Fitness and see if they have a group, like, a company membership. I bet you they have, like, a group discount. You thought I was playing. Extra promos. Looks like it's Steve and Doug get the extra promos, so let me highlight them so I know. All right. We'll run the baseball break. We'll be back with the third case of Shrouded Fables ETBs, so that'll probably run pretty late, probably 12:30, 12:45. So I'll see you guys back here then for the Pokemon stuff. But we'll run the baseball mixer here. Give me like 10 minutes to clean up the baseball mixer. That should take roughly 30 minutes, that break. It's not a lot of cards. Great combination mixer because I make the best. Oh, you can't see my hands. It doesn't make it as good. Because I make the best mixers. Mixers I make are the best. I'll just say. My Trump ain't very good. I can figure out what words he would say. But anyways, y'all have a good night. I will see you all tomorrow if I don't see you guys later.